Okay, hello everybody. How are you? Carol Irby in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Excuse my hoarse voice. I've had some type of a chest congestion the last couple of weeks. Okay, everybody. It literally took me 3 days to recollect my thoughts and decide to get on here and make a post and to update you about my recent visit to the lung transplant team in New Orleans, Louisiana at Ochsner's. Okay, I have awesome news. As many as you know that know my story, I've been being followed by the Ochsner's lung transplant team for the last year as a lung transplant candidate. And I'm so proud to say I never made it to the lung transplant list. I was just being watched as a candidate. Okay, I had awesome news. They can watch me for 6 more months. If I stay stable like I am now for 6 more months, they are going to just watch me once a year, or in the event that I would have some type of a crisis that would come up like I did in November 2 years ago that led to the situation to start with. Okay, I have postings on YouTube that you can watch. I'm not going to go into all that tonight to tell you what happened 10 years ago when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and the arthritis has been attacking my lungs. It started 10 years ago, and I had no flare for 8 years. I am diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis, and that is fibrosing of the lungs, and it's caused by rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, everybody, here's the good news. They tend to agree with me. I saw a new doctor this week, Dr. Shapley, with the lung transplant team. I had been seeing Dr. Irby-Gray after pulmonology had turned me over to her in 2019, and she's been following me for a year. I am stable. Dr. Shapley said after reviewing all of my images and everything, and all of my, my files and all the information about me, that she's almost certain that probably what happened 2 years ago when I was doing all the poured paintings. Well, actually, it was in 2019. April to September. I poured about 65 poured paintings. You mix all the beautiful paintings together in cups. There's tons of YouTube painters on that subject if you're interested in following or buying some of their beautiful products. In my situation, I ended up with 65 poured paintings and exacerbated my lung disease and ended me up as a lung transplant candidate in my situation. Praise God. So happy to tell you tonight that she feels that probably the poured painting, all the poured paintings and the process that I went to, pouring all these paintings and having my studio filled with all the fumes and everything. I worked in the plants for 30 years, so help me, the Lord is my witness. It never crossed my mind that I should have on a respirator. It never crossed. I did have my doors open as much as I could. I have a back porch where I put all my paintings. Irregardless, I had a flare with a pulmonary fibrosis, and they literally thought that that may be the time that I would go on the lung transplant list. Okay, praise God. My lungs have stabilized, so I'm taking Actrama. I've been taking a yearly infusion of Actrama. It's a chemotherapy. It's a DMARD drug. For those of you that want to find out more about that, I will link it down below. I will continue to take Actrama and stay on Actrama since it has stabilized the rheumatoid arthritis. I have interstitial lung disease, and the kind that is associated with rheumatoid arthritis attacking your lungs. So if my arthritis is laying low and is stable, I won't have further fibrosis in my lungs. That appears to be the pattern in my situation. Of course, anything could change at any time, as with any illness. But for now, I'm just going to continue to work out by riding the bike, keeping my lungs strong and healthy, the good parts of my lungs, keeping them as strong as possible. I'm going to go back on my vegan diet. Anti-inflammation. Anti-inflammation is the key here, what we want in our body, as little inflammation as possible. Okay, everybody, I wanted to give you that awesome update. I will be seeing a pulmonary specialist in Baton Rouge. I will link his name down below. I will go to my first visit with him April the 6th, as well as have my second dose of the COVID vaccine on April the 6th. So things are looking up. I'm just so elated. I just cannot possibly tell you the stress of thinking for the last a year that I've been watched by the lung transplant team and under quarantine and everything. Like, so many of us have all been, and so many people have lost loved ones and family and friends, and being isolated was just a small part as far as I was concerned. But anytime you have a diagnosis of something hanging over you and you never know from day to day or week to week what's going to happen, it creates a lot of stress. And it's the same way with all of us not knowing what was going to happen with COVID. That created a lot of stress. The stress exacerbated my situation. And everything tells you when your body is under stress, your weakest point is where the stress shows up. And that happened to be my lungs. Okay, everybody, I wanted to jump on here and give you that awesome update. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you. Shout out to Janine for bringing me my prescriptions, London for bringing me my groceries, my family, and Virgil Barton for coming and riding the bicycle with me. The doctors did tell me that I had to continue to ride the bike in order to stay as healthy and as fit as I possibly could. I rode with, not riding with the bike club anymore. Just my boyfriend and I would go and we'd mask up and stay socially isolated and as safe as we possibly could. Okay, everybody, continue to practice your social distancing. This thing is not over yet. And thank you, everyone, for all of your encouragement. Okay, everybody, I'll keep you posted and keep me in your prayers. And there are several of you that have extenuating circumstances with your health right now. I'm praying for you and lifting you up as well. And thank you once again for all your prayers and all your blessings. I'm Carol Irby in Baton Rouge, and I will keep you posted. Thank you, everybody.